Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jovita Ume, and in this video I am going to be showing you the easiest and perfect way to draft a pattern for a basic skirt block, be it pencil skirt, a straight skirt, or even A-line skirt. This pattern is really straightforward, beginners friendly. So if this is what interests you, ensure to watch this video to the end. Before I forge ahead, if you are new to my channel, you are welcome. Please subscribe. Thank you. So guys, what you'll need for this tutorial is a pattern paper, a tape rule, a ruler, a hip cuff set, a pencil or pen, a marker, and a scissors. The measurements we need for this tutorial is the waist round measurement, the hip round measurement, your waist to hip measurement, and your full skirt length. So first, I marked out 1/2 inch from the edge of the paper. This will serve as a guide to insert the measurements. So from that 1/2 inch line, you mark out your waist to hip measurement. Here I will be using 9 inches. From that line also, mark out your skirt length. Here in this video, I am using 20 inches. These are the horizontal measurements, so I moved to the other end and I marked out the same thing. From that waist to hip line, you place your tape rule and mark out your hip measurement. Here we are using 41 divided by 4, that is 10.3 inches. You add extra 1 inch or 1.5 inches and mark it out. So I went ahead to rule the hip line. On the skirt length line, I placed my tape rule to mark out the knee round, depending on how pencil or straight you want your skirt to be. For a pencil skirt, subtract 2 inches from your hip measurement. That is 8.3 inches. Then for a straight cut skirt, use the exact hip measurement for the knee round. That is that same 10.3 inches. That's what you're going to be repeating on the knee round. I went ahead to rule the line, and after that, I connected the vertical measurements together by ruling a line from the hip line to the hem line. Do the same for the extra 1 inch allowance added. So next, I marked out my waist round measurement divided by 4, which is 31 divided by 4, that is 7.8 inches, plus 2 inches allowance, 1 inch for the dart and the other 1 inch for the sewing allowance. After marking it out, you connect the line from the waist line to the hip line. Remember, our hips are not straight, so get your hip curve and make a very good and perfect curve at the hip line. Make sure you curve it well so it won't be pointed. Repeat the same thing for the extra 1 inch allowance we added, as I am doing in the video. After connecting the lines, take your tape rule to the center waist and come down by 1/2 inch. Then move over to the waist side and come up by 1/2 inch. After that, you connect the dots together. Extend the lines and connect the new 1/2 inch together. That is the 1/2 inch from the side and the one from the center. You can use your curve like so and connect it. After that, I went ahead to label the waistline, that's WL, the hip line, that is HL, and then the hem line. For the dart, you can use your waist measurement divided by 8, or you can place your tape rule at the waist center and mark out 4 inches like so. On that 4 inches, you mark out 1/2 inch on both sides. I went ahead to label center front on my pattern, and I went ahead to indicate that the paper is meant to be on fold. So guys, place your tape on that 4 inches and mark out 4 inches for the depth of the dart, and then connect the lines together. Connect the 1/2 inch to the dart depth too. Then, as you're seeing in the video, I extended the dart line by 1/2 inch. Mark it out and connect it to the other dart lines. We are doing this so that after sewing your dart, the lines will still balance together. So guys, remember I said earlier that if you want your skirt to be straight and not pencil, that you meant to use your hip measurement for the hip round. That is what I am doing in the video now, for those that might want to make theirs a straight cut skirt. So just mark out your exact hip measurement plus 1 inch allowance and mark it out as I am doing in the video. After that, you label it to differentiate them. So for the dotted line, I labeled it SSL, that is straight skirt line. And then for our pencil skirt line, I labeled it PSL, that's pencil skirt line. So guys, in case you want to draft for A-line skirt, just place your tape rule at that new line, that our SSL line, and then mark out either 5 or 6 or more inches for your A-line skirt. mark it out, and then connect the line to the waist side line as I am doing in the video. So guys, after that I went ahead to cut it out. So for the back pattern, get a fresh pattern paper and then mark out 1 or 2 inches for zip allowance. After marking it out, you rule a line and then you go ahead and write zip allowance. After that, you place your front pattern and use it to trace the back pattern. The 2 changes we are going to be making for this back pattern is, first, the dart side. We are going to extend the back dart with 1 inch, extra 1 inch. And then we are coming up by ½ inch at the back center waist. That is replacing that ½ inch that we took out in the front pattern. So I went ahead to trace out other measurements. You can use your pen or your pencil to trace it out. As you are tracing it, it is automatically coming out at the back pattern. Make sure you trace out everything, the hip line, the hemline, that, trace out everything, even the waist region. So guys, after tracing it, you take off the front pattern and then use your marker to make those traced lines visible. It's actually better and easier this way than starting afresh to take the measurements again. So guys, mark out everything and do not forget to label everything too. At the hip region, do not forget to use your hip curve and make a perfect and a nice curve to avoid having a pointed hip. Go ahead to label it at the back skirt and then cut it out. So here I am showing you how you can fold in the straight skirt line whenever you want to use this pattern to cut out a pencil skirt. Fold it like so and place it on your fabric before cutting. But for a straight skirt, no need for folding. So guys, to get a good back curve for your pencil skirt, at the zip allowance side, go to the waist center and mark out 1 inch. Then come down to the hip line and mark out 1.5 inches, like so. Still place your tape rule at that hip line and come down by 5 inches. Then at that 5 inches, mark out 1 inch all through to the hemline. After that, you extend the line to that 1.5 inches that we just marked and then connect it to that 1 inch as I am doing in the video. Also, connect the 1 inch that we marked at the waist to the 1.5 inches at the hip allowance. After that, you mark 1 inch all through to the hemline and then cut out those places I marked roughly. So guys, this is how to get a good curve for the back part of a pencil skirt. Please do not forget that you are going to be cutting 2 of this back pattern. That is why I went ahead to write it down, cut 2 for the back. And then for the front pattern, you are going to be cutting 1, but that one is meant to be on fold. I still went ahead to write it down, cut 1 on fold for the front pattern. So guys, on your notification bell, for I will be posting how to sew it next week. Drop your questions in the comment section. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friend. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.